All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Automatic first down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. To throw, it's Williams. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Foye Oluokun with the play. Second and 7. Off play action. Here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he'll take it on in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He knocks it through, and the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
What a start here defensively. The offense comes out trying to establish a little ground game, and this defense looks like they knew what those first two calls were going to be all along, taking them back for a loss and sets up a 3rd and long.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down, and here comes 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's a handoff, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Here's Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have a Bears 1st down, able to get 8 on 3rd and 5.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Williams. Duvernay with the grab. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Williams. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. To the outside, a catch made by Moore.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that, Be a bit of a letdown.
Now a run on first down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he indeed picks up a Bears 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Now a 3rd and 2. Williams. Open man, that's Duvernay. The Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bears move out on top, 14-0. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready for their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Jonathan Owens able to make the play. Here now, 3rd and 5. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
But I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait till their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
This one, returnable. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. That one on target to Moore. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big-time play for the Bears. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got it at the 3. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
A run on 1st and goal. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Williams. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll try and throw, and here's Williams. Taking off, he'll try to get there, and he will get into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Bigsby to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jags offense getting set to get back to work. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. This drive will start on the ground. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. They bring their tight end right. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense and their running back set to go once more. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He's going to have a Bears first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
They'll go with a counter on first down, and they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
The Jaguars offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. And he'll take this to about the 28. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now here's Lawrence. They'll try to set up the screen here. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Here's their punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Now the return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Now a give up the middle. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Williams going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He's got a man. That's DJ Moore. A lot of terrific quarterbacks from Southern California, and here's another one. The rookie gets his team a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
To the ground, a 1st down run. He won't gain a lot of traction there. Down only to the 24. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. 2nd down and 8. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Foye Aluakan with the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Santos's kick is good. And the Bears going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Gabe Davis, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. They put Strange in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Duvernay with the grab. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Here's Williams now to throw. To the perimeter, he got Odunze on the out. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That one complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Williams to the air once more. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw. But think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Throwing again, Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in the 1st half, a timeout is called. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. And this will be from 42 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have reached halftime, and the visiting Bears are in front as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. Check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in our studios with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. Quick throw, taken in.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Second down, Lawrence. Now he'll run it. Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Lawrence. That's taken in by Thomas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion. They go play action for Lawrence. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. And that is incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
The visitors' offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll turn and hand this one off. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. Foye Oluokun with the play. Third and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Lawrence now. He finds De'Ami Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play action now. It's Lawrence. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
On 1st down, Lawrence. The outside, complete to Thomas. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Get this to the tight end, Johnny Munt. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
We'll go with a drop play here on 2nd down. And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. Third and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
So it is 4th down, and that'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Bears first down.
And his great game continues, and all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays, but I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. Open man, that's Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That's complete. Some more on the right side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. The Bears are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. 11 yards as they move the chain. Now, Doug Peterson, none too pleased with that call, and out comes the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Chicago. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He's dropped for the loss of a yard.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A handoff as they try to run it here. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Open man is Davis. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Third and 6. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
In motion comes Thomas. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. And he's going to have the Jaguars' 1st down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains. Now a give on the ground. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And we'll run you through some of the highlights from earlier in this one. There's just the one touchdown pass. Doesn't look remarkable if you look at the stat sheet, but watching the game, you see when the throws needed to be made, he has made them. His drive will start on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Thrown quickly. That's more on the RPO. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
A run now on second down. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third down, 3 to go. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up first down. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to have a Bears first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
1st and 10. Here's a run going left, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. To throw is Williams. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bears add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man, right side, he's got it. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Jacksonville. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Man in motion is Brown. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Good blocking, and he's in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Bears offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one, as they cruise to an easy road victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Jacksonville, good night, everyone.